Hello, my name is David Rosas Reyes, and this is a video of me explaining my mechanics. So first off, my main mechanic is rail grinding, and to do that, I needed to make splines. So right here, this is my spline blueprint. Simple right here, blueprint, set it out. I had a box collision to identify where it begins. Added a material to make sure, like, an arrow to make sure where the player has to step on or be in a general direction to begin the sequence. So right here, on begin overlap on the collision box, cast the player, set the spline to self, and then move the player. Character reference. Then we'll go straight, good tradition to the character reference right here. Begin being play, the event begin play, get all actors of class spline P. So be right here. Then right here, it just moves the player through the sequence and move right here. This is the timeline that moves the player itself. Right here, time to complete. This I get to decide how fast I want it, and it divides about 1 through all here. Then right here, this is the spline trail itself, where it gets the length of the spline, the number spline, the length of it, and then it drags the player across it. Right here, the roll location, spline P, distance, and gets the distance along it, and then this tells the timeline to move across it. Then this, of course, moves the player itself. But right here, I added when the timeline is finished, when you're already at the end of the spline itself, the last path, it launches the player at the general direction you are and you're facing. So let's say you're facing towards the right, it will look at where you're facing and then launch in that direction, general direction. Then while we're here, let's go to the side objectives. So one of the side objectives I have here was the retrievable skateboards you can collect. One sec. Yep, right here. Right here, you can just collect them if you press E. So right here, show this for you. So right here, once you press E, cast. I'll do that right now. So in begin overlap, it shows the widgets right here. Cast player, create a widget. Then once you press it, it removes it. And while we're speaking of widgets, let me go through how it adds on, or how it calculates how many there is in the screen. So right here, on the first person game mode, I made custom events to like count how many skateboards there is here. Also along how many benches, how many there is left to break, then how many secret rails you could find. All these go towards their own widgets, towards their own paths. So right here, class widget. Then I made custom widgets for all of these to show to the player that once you pick it up, oh yeah, this is how many there is left, which I can show you right here. Right here, easy, X and Y. Made a border, text, X, Y, then go to the graph. And then begin play, cast player, game mode. Get a reference to itself, to have a delay once it pops up, then remove itself. Then right here, this is what actually shows what's on the screen, how many skateboards are left and how many are remaining. And it shows it all right here once you pick it up. And right here, it executes it. Right here, once you press E, it does all the function and executes it. It does all of it that you need to do. So once you press it, creates the widget, adds a viewport, then it destroys the actor itself. And this goes along with the benches I have. The same process on component begin overlap, but except for if you press E on it is once you step on the top part of the bench, it breaks it. So here, same process. Once you step on it, it counts how many there is left. Then add to viewport, then destroys the actor. And again, the widget, same process. Exact same. Exactly the same. And I can show you the custom rail grind, which is easy. I just placed it right here. It's basically what I did. I made a small little, what's called, block mesh thing right here. Then a collision. Once you step in this general area, it's the exact same process. Where step on it, begins the process all over it again. It's basically the same thing as the bench, but instead of destroying anything, it just counts the number. Where it's mostly relying on the widget. So all the way. Right here. All of this is pure the splines. I made sure to not make it collide with each other, as you can see. So if you step on this, it goes all the way through, follows the paths, then it launches the player at the end of it. I make sure not to get too close to it because if the splines ever connect, then it just starts a cycle. So the same thing with the other thing, but reversed. I added that for all of these. So anywhere you're starting at any ledge you're starting at the rail, any ledge of the rail, you start sliding across it. Just like that. Then all of this calculates at the end right here. The last blueprint. Where, same thing, once you press C, creates the widget, sees how ends the level. Then if you press R, you actually get to restart the level. This is where I have it all placed right here. Colon begin overlap, create widget, pops up. Then with this specifically, once this widget pops up, what this summons is the end result right here. Which is the exact same thing. I just got the same results. I just, all of these made a, what's it called, a branch, a binding, I mean. They're right here. All of these have their own. And so basically just copy and paste all of the other ones I had for the widgets to here. Then it pops up. For example, like the total boards, total benches. That one's just there. This is the event graph for the references. If you press R, starts the level. Honestly, I don't think this has to be here, but I just had it just for a test. Then again, hidden rails, same process. All easy doozy. Yeah, overall that's it. All these had some of these are filler, like the tester, just to test my spline, just to see if it works. And all of these just HUDs. And right here, this bench is just a bench. So like these, I messed around with a lot of things where I could test on the rail for me to put it on it and then to drag it across the map. A lot of it failed, so that's why I have a lot of these little trinkets. But overall, good process. And I made it work. Thank you for listening, and this is my explanation of my spline. My mechanic.